Alright, if you're seeing this reading, I believe it was probably for a reason. I'm the Page of Pentacles, and I don't believe there's such a thing as coincidences, so if we cross paths, perhaps there's something you need to hear. My only accounts are going to be listed above. If you're interested in a personal reading, DM me. I would not reach out first. So yeah, I guess with that said, what do we need to hear today? So what I'm seeing is I feel like there's a transition happening for this collective. Originally, you were in a situation where, like, you were with the Three of Cups here. Like, it was like you felt appreciated. It was more fun, you know, or maybe you didn't. Sorry, I'm still recovering from a cold. Anyway, it was fun, right? It was fun, and you had friends, and everything seemed good, right? But maybe you didn't feel fully understood, or you kind of felt like you were still on the outside somehow, or, you know, you felt like people weren't seeing your worth. Perhaps they weren't treating you the way you deserve to be treated. And it feels like it's like there's like this recalibration probably going on for you right now, where you might feel like you're losing all your friends, or like suddenly like you guys aren't like matching anymore, you're not getting along, you don't like the same things anymore, or it doesn't feel like conversations mean anything. For somebody specific, your lives just like aren't aligning anymore. Like, it feels like no matter how hard you try to meet up with them, perhaps they aren't trying to meet up with you as much, but you can tell that they're like putting in effort with more people other than yourself. And it just kind of feels like maybe you're not, you know, it feels shitty, for lack of better words, because that does feel shitty. I feel like the number 7 is significant because for some reason I'm getting drawn to the fact that there are 7 white stars in the background of the star card. But it feels like all of this is recalibrating because there's going to be a new set of people. So 333 probably is also significant, which also makes sense because divine protection and guidance is associated with the number 333. But it feels like you're getting a new set of people who are going to work with you to build towards the best alignment for you, like where you're going, where your vision is, and it's gonna like sorry, sucks. It's gonna suck for a little bit, you know. I feel like maybe the number 137 might be significant for some reason. With the King of Swords reversed, the Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Wands. I feel like this kind of just reiterates, like, with the Nine of Wands, it's like wounded warrior kind of situation. 55 on the timers, I said that, yeah. So, like, it feels like all this is kind of shedding all at once, which really sucks, because it's like, sometimes, like, you know, you can't see through the gate, you can't see through the horizon and see what's happening on the other side, and, you know, behind all this, you know, shitty stuff, on the other side there's going to be, like, emotional fulfillment and you feeling more fully yourself and not afraid to be yourself, and it just more being aligned. There will be like less energy if you have to solely carry like the relationship. It won't be so much of a burden. It'll be like you aren't having to self-abandon in order to be around these people anymore. Like it'll all work out in the end. God, I hate this cough. Remember how I was saying like the 7 was significant with the star? The Chariot is number 7, and it has a bunch of like little white stars on the background. Anyway, yeah, with the Chariot, this is almost like a reminder, like, he is standing alone at the end of the day, though, so it's like, as exciting as it is that new people are going to be coming into your circle and into your life, like, there's also a lesson here, perchance, of, like, trying not to look externally for what you need to find internally. Perhaps that's healing your inner child, loving yourself the way you deserve to be loved, because, you know, that can happen in partnerships or in friendships where, you know, you start accepting less than what you are worth, and, or compromising in order to keep a certain person in your life. And, you know, perhaps, like I said, there's, like, a lesson in this as well. And for some reason I'm getting drawn to the black and white stripes and hearing, like, glass half full or glass half empty. Like, it depends on perspective. It's like the whole, like, is it the zebra black with white stripes or white with black stripes? And it's all about perspective. It's like, is this some really terrible thing happening in your life, or is this an opportunity for you to learn? Is this an opportunity for you to start seeing things as, like, oh, this is a way I can shift my perspective and see things I need to work on. And I feel like that's a difference in the dynamic here as well, as it feels like maybe you were going along with the crowd versus here, like, you're more 55 on the timer again. You're fully coming to terms with taking up the space that you deserve to take up, and not being afraid to, like, stick up for yourself or be a leader or put your priorities first, because, like, you see how he's kind of, like, elevated above them. It's not like I'm superior to you, but it's like, and they're listening. It's like, I'm seeing, like, a difference in the dynamic where it's not like you're just going to be, like, part of the quid pro quo and status quo, but you're going to be part of excuse me, you're going to be part of more of a situation where people are, like, going to be listening to you and you're going to be listening to them, and it's going to be, like, a mutual exchange versus just, like, go along to get along, if you will. You're going to be able to present your ideas, and people aren't going to be, like, preying on your downfall behind your back. You're going to be able to, like, talk about your hopes and dreams, and people are going to be able to support them and help build you towards them, rather than, you know, carrying you down with them, if you will. Specifically for somebody, this could be related to finances, because maybe that's something that's happened a lot, because I saw 808 on the timer and 818, both of which 888 are related to finances. This is also a message to that collective that might need to hear that. Keep your mouth shut about your finances. There are energies that don't want you to succeed, and this isn't like me trying to be, like, all ominous and stuff, but, like, sometimes it's worthwhile to keep your cards close to your chest. And for you, this is a situation where you need to do that. Any final cards? See, like, he's not happy, but, like, he's coming out more knowledgeable. You know what I mean? Like, and, you know, sometimes something that might have been working out in the past doesn't work out anymore, and you have to move forward. And that sucks. It does suck. That's so interesting. It even looks like the same guy here, like, he's all happy and now he's moving forward. With the Tower, the Ace of Cups upright, Page of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands, kind of let things fall into place. Be discerning and be open to receiving. Yeah, and don't rush things. So, there you go.